Hi, you're very welcome. So I'm starting here with the completed data file. Okay. So what I want to do first of all is convert this into a table. Okay. So just click somewhere in the data set, come up here to insert and then table, and just note that the data is following, the principles of clean data, no blank rows, no blank columns, like with like, etc. So just go to table and then click OK. Right. I then come up here to table design. And what I want to view first of all is I basically want to view these entries by the age group and also to be able to analyze by department. So just go table design, summarize a pivot table, I'll put on a new worksheet. Okay, and then I come over here to the right hand side, and what I want to analyze is the ID. So I just drag the ID, that's the unique identifier for each person. And then I drag the age group down here into my rows. All right, and there's my age group there set up. Okay. Now let me see if I can organize this differently. Z to A, nope. And then A to Z. Okay, now these are not in the order that I want, okay, because really what I'd like to see would be 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 17, 18 to 64, and 65 plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a right click over here on these ones. I'm going to go to sort. Now this isn't the only way you can do it, but let's say for this one, if I go to more sort options, and I'm just going to go to manual, and then I click OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, let's say, drag my 6 to 10 up there. I'm going to drag 11, 17. Yes, the rest of them are actually in the order that I want them, so that's fine. Okay. Now what I want to do is be able to view it by department. So just click up here and just do Control and plus a few times. So click on this one. I'm going to add a slicer. So just come up here to Pivot Table Analyze. This one. Now, depending on your version of Excel, I might not say Analyze, but it might say something like Options or Analyze, but it'll be in that position. And then I come to this one here. I go Insert Slicer. And I'm just going to go by department. And then I click OK. Right. And what I wanted to be able to do is just basically move this up so that I kind of have it in more space. So click on the slicer, just come over here to slicer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 4 columns. So just change this to 4, press enter, and then resize it a little bit and come up here beside it. So I just need to give myself a bit more space. Okay, so I might even actually just make it 6. There's 6, yeah. Just resize that a little bit more. I don't think this doesn't take up, it takes up too much space, this does. And just resize it. There we go. Expand that right out. So we have it. Now the other thing I want to do then is click on this one, and I'm going to add I could add a pie chart, but I'm just going to come up here to Pivot Table Analyze, go Pivot Chart. I'm just going to choose actually a nice bar chart, and then I click OK. And I'm going to remove the total because I don't need that. And I'm going to say, give it a name, Analysis of Waiting Lists by age group and department. Give it that one there. And the other one that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the little number at the end of it. Sometimes it's just going to be easier to see that. So just go to plus, and I just put a little tick on the data labels there. Right. Now I click on each of these in turn. All right, see there, get it that one, or that one, or that one. You can see then there's the kind of the different waiting list there as well. Right. Now I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm just going to clear this as well. So just come up here to this one, says clear, and back then to how it was. Right. Now I'm just going to do the same thing for the waiting list. So I just come back here into my people list. Okay, and I'm just going to go up here to my table design, summarize a pivot table. All right, now this time I'm going to put it, see if I can put it into the same sheet. So go existing worksheet, click on location, and then I just click down here in sheet 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right down here at the very bottom, right down here, and then click OK. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here, go to ID into values, goes days waiting group into here, and there you can see I have that there. It's actually sorted out nicely this time. Click on it, And then what I can do is I can just come up here to pivot table analyze, just come over here to my slicer, or else what I could do is I could just come up here to this one, Control C to copy, Control V, and there we go. Now what I do need to do is I need to make sure this is connected to it. So I click on my pivot table, come up here to my pivot table, analyze, give it a name. So I'm going to call this wait over here on this one. I'm going to call this days waiting. When you're giving it a pivot table name, no spaces in it. And then I can click on this one, go to my slicer, port connections, and I can say it showed into days waiting. And then click OK. Right, now when I click on this one, they have it. And this one too, and clear it. And then again, add a slicer, click here, pivot table analyze, add a chart, chart. And I'm going to use the same kind of chart again, bar chart. Click OK. Change the name. Read analysis of days waiting by department. Don't need that total, so I'm just going to remove it. And then I can just expand this out a little bit longer than 120 days. Okay, so quite a few of them waiting longer than 120 days. Now, one other thing you could do as well is if you want to do the percentages, if I do a right click up here and then see it says show values as percentage of grand total. Okay, and that shows me the percentage breakdown as well. So again, just right click, show values as percentage of grand total. All right, and then I can just add that onto it. Okay, I hope you find that useful, and I'm just going to rename this to pivot table analysis. And you have the saved file there for you to work on. Okay, so again, hope you find this useful. Mind yourself and take care. Bye.